Arizona, homeowner's best friend.
Jennifer and Rosie have found out recently a little bit about the travel path of produce.
Well, I have a testimony and a question. So we visited one of our daughters, Julia, who works for us in Kentucky, over Thanksgiving. And I went to the store to get ready for the meal. And you know what? I have lived here way too long. I've been here since 1973. I was shocked when I walked into the produce department in Kentucky. Here you walk into Safeway or Sprouts and everything's beautiful and fresh. They just didn't have much. And what they did have was really bad looking. So how come they don't have our lettuce? Like, how does that, what can I do to help them learn?
Too early in the season, right?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they have like an in-between. So they don't have their own. Hopefully they've canned something. I was so hungry for something fresh. It was so funny. You just get so used to it. Anyway, thank you for the lettuce.
Yeah, we are spoiled. November, speaking of November, is Arizona Leafy Greens Month. It celebrates the kickoff of Arizona's leafy green season, obviously, with abundant growth, harvest, and shipments of Arizona-grown lettuce throughout the United States and Canada, which we've been referring to. And John, correct me on these statistics if I don't have them right, but daily, between, end of November and April, there's about 15 to 2,000 refrigerated semi-truckloads of leafy greens that leave Yuma to deliver all over America and Canada.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, 1,500 to 2,000. It just depends on the day.
Wow.
When things are ready and to harvest. So the weather does still impact us. I talked about how stable the weather is, but we have cool trends. Then there's a little bit of shortages at times, and then there's oversupply at times when the weather's warmer because we're going through the winter months. So.
Well, on the delivery end as well. I mean, you're talking about icy streets and storms that come through.
Yeah.
But I'm going to check with Julia. And if she doesn't have lettuce by now, I'm going to give her your card, John. And I want you to talk to the grocery over there. So my grandkids have good green lettuce.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you even had some insight about where you thought that produce was likely to come from at that time and location.
Yeah, it's celery. You guys were talking about celery. It's unlikely that came out of Arizona. Celery is one of the longer-term crops that we grow.
And that was mentioned during the break, the celery, just for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Rosie
wet.
said you pick it up and, your stalk of celery, it's solid. Well, this was like picking up wet noodle.
We do grow some celery in Yuma, but it typically isn't ready to harvest until December. So more than likely that probably came from the Oxnard area, California, or Santa Maria area, maybe Salinas. But there's a number of areas on the East Coast and Florida that'll produce celery as well. So it's a little hardier crop in many regards.
I'm suspicious it was last year's Yuma crop.
I hope not.
I hope not, yeah.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.